Hey guys, Matt with Papa Scott's Garage. Today I'm going to do a video on theory of operation of carburetors and mechanical fuel pumps. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. Set the camera down real quick. So here we have an Edelbrock 4-barrel carburetor. And they do work, pretty good. I haven't had any issues with this. I'm going to be eventually rebuilding this one. But let's get into the video here. So here you have your mechanical fuel pump. Got your inlets, your outlet that goes all the way up to the carburetor itself. And then you got this little arm right here. There's a diaphragm that's inside here. Now for a diaphragm, it's usually a spring-loaded rubber piece that this here rides on the crankshaft. And as this goes in and out, it pumps fuel. Now most mechanical fuel pumps, OE ones especially, put out to about 5 to 7 PSI of pressure. Sometimes you can get some that will run a little bit higher if you're running a carbureted drag car and you're trying to make as much power as you can. You can get some that, run higher, like 20 something PSI, I believe. But this one here runs 5 to 7 PSI of fuel pressure. That little guy feeds this. Now in this carburetor specifically, you have an electric choke. Now what the choke does is when you have when it's cold outside, so like me, I live in Minnesota, so it's gonna hit about, well, actually we do have 30-degree nights right now. This electric choke spins, and you can see it opens up that flap right there. Sets the choke so you get more air, more fuel, so you can start your car a little bit quicker when it's cold outside. Now this one here is a 4-barrel. And what that means is you have 2 main jets and 2 secondaries on the back. So as you're driving along, you got your throttle open, it starts squirting in fuel. Whoops, blocked my hand on that one. But as you drive going, it squirts fuel opening up the valves, as you can see here on the bottom side. Open up these valves here. And that's what gives you your fuel pressure. And then you have a secondary, which is secondary. This will open up, and this will open up, and this is usually for full throttle applications. So when you're sitting there running or ripping her hard, riding hard, full bore, pedal to the floor. All these open up and suck in as much fuel as they can, sending it to your engine. Now here we have the idle adjustment screws. So at idle, you can turn out these screws or turn them in to increase or decrease your air-fuel ratio or air-fuel mixture. Spin them in to get less air or less fuel. I can't remember which. Been a long day for me, folks. And spin them out to get more. And this actually helps for, you can also change these as well. So if you're running hard open and you're like, well, something's not right. My truck is bogging down or my car is bogging down. You can take and just sit there and adjust this a little bit, rev it up a couple times to reset it, go for another drive again real quick. All you need is just a screwdriver. And you have float bowls in here with floats in it, which change the amount of fuel that is in your carburetors. And you want to have carburetors sit as flat as possible on your engine. So if your engine is slanted back like this, you want to do what you can to kind of straighten that out a little bit, because then you know that you're getting proper fuel flow. Plus your carburetors, your float bowls will have the right amount of fuel in them. They won't be offset by the angle of your engine. But there you go, folks. That's your entry-level, kind of generic, just this is how a carburetor mechanical fuel system works. It does get into a lot more detail. These carburetors, believe it or not, 2-barrel, 4-barrel, 2-stroke, 4-stroke, doesn't matter. Carburetors get very detailed and very in-depth, and there's a lot of, we'll just call it wizardry that goes on inside of them that actually helps them, or that actually makes it so your vehicle will run. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick little video on theory of operation for carburetors.